The 2021 Boazii University protests are demonstrations that started on the 4th of January against appointment of Mele Bulu by President Recep Tayyip Erdogan as rector of Boazii University, which is one of the top academic institutions in Turkey. Mele Bulu, who has ties to the ruling AKP, was appointed as rector by presidential decree on the 2nd of January 2021. According to faculty, Bulu was the first rector chosen outside the university since the 1980 coup d'etat. After the coup, Ergun Togro, who was an academician in Istanbul Technical University, had been appointed as the rector of Boazii University. Hundreds began protesting on the 4th of January following the appointment, chanting slogans such as, "Mele Bulu is not our rector," and, "We don't want a plagiarist rector." In a shared statement, faculty regarded the appointment as a violation of academic freedom and scientific autonomy, as well as the democratic values of the Boazii. Later on the day, one of the university's buildings was sealed off by students who were able to enter the campus. Then, protesters clashed with the police as they tried to break a barricade in front of the entry to the university, causing security forces to use pepper spray to disperse the demonstrators. 2 students were detained in the course of protests. By January 6, 36 students were in detention. Protests by students and faculty outside the rector's office have continued into February, with many other Turkish universities and Boazii alumni associations abroad joining in protest against the appointment. As part of an art exhibition organized for the protest, an artwork on campus reportedly depicting the Kaaba alongside a LGBT flag and a figure of Shamaran led to the arrest of 4 students who were in the exhibition team. Turkish Ministry of Interior Süleyman Soylu referred to the arrested students as 4 LGBT perverts, causing Twitter to later restrict his tweet. After this event, Boazii University LGBT Studies Club was closed by order from Mele Bulu. Bulu defended and claimed himself as a LGBT rights advocate. On the 1st of February, police blocked the gate of the South Campus to prevent demonstration. Water cannons, barricades and at least 1 sniper were installed. Later that night, police stormed the campus and detained 159 students. Several protesters in Izmir and 69 in Ankara were also detained. On February 2, Turkish police arrested and detained 104 near the university in Kadıköy and responded to demonstrators with tear gas and rubber bullets. Citizens of Istanbul banged pots and pans in many parts of the city to show their solidarity with the protest. On the 3rd of February, 50 people were detained in Izmir. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said that a routine appointment was being used to provoke the universities. He also named protesters as terrorists and denounced LGBT youth. MHP chairman Devlet Bahçeli stated in his written statement that the rector was appointed by legal means and the issue was closed. Bahçeli added that the protesters should not strain their chances and not get caught up in anarchist projects, describing the protests a conspiracy that needs to be crushed. Erdogan's Secretary of Interior, Soylu, stated that rector elections do not need to be democratic. The mayor of Istanbul, Ekrem İmamoğlu from the center-left main opposition party CHP, supported the protests. Canan Kaftancioglu, the chairwoman of the CHP branch in Istanbul, also spoke in solidarity with the protest and was named by Erdogan a terrorist of the Revolutionary People's Liberation Party, Front. This led to a criminal complaint against the president by Kaftancioglu, 23 days after the nomination of Bulu. No academic from the university has agreed to assist Bulu as vice-rector. On the 6th of February 2021, 2 new faculties have opened by the Turkish presidency. Protesters have seen this move as a creation of new staff to work with Bulu and giving legitimacy to him. In March 2021, around 70 teachers of the university filed a lawsuit to depose Bulu from his office. Meanwhile, Bulu appointed the physicist Naci İnci, who also agreed on the vice-chancellor position, to be the leader of the Social Scientific Center of the university. In a column of the newspaper İleri Haber, Baron Dogan stated that since the government could not stop the protests through oppression, violence and threats, they claimed that most of the demonstrators were not students but provocative terror groups in order to overshadow the legitimacy of the protests.